G'day guys, it's Cam here from Neighbourhood. Are you wanting to track your success or potential areas for improvement on your social posts? Learning how to correctly monitor and analyse your social media performance can help you fine-tune your content while uncovering what content your people engage with most. And today we're going to show you exactly how. As a heads up, this applies to all products and plans to use this feature. If you're keen on more practical support inside HubSpot, Neighbourhood offer a comprehensive, easy to follow course so you're making the most out of your HubSpot investment. Stay tuned for more info at the end of this video. If you want to take your learning offline though, we'll include a free downloadable PDF of this below. So heading into the HubSpot platform here, to find socials and to find where to manage and analyze, you'll head over to marketing, to the drop down, and you'll hit social. So straight off the bat, you can see that we're in a calendar view right now. Calendar view is kind of my favorite because at Neighbourhood we like to post 3 times a day. This basically means that I can view straight off the bat, are we up to that? Are we up to that cadence today and across for the next week as well? Now, if we wanted to go into list view though, list view gets a little bit more granular on the metrics that we'd like to record and track. So for here on the right, you can see that we have chosen our clicks, interactions, and publish from, as well as our publish time. But let's just say that we want to change that up. We'll hit over to manage columns. So under manage columns here, we can include our impressions and potentially we want to basically see who this post or posts were created by within the marketing department. So we'll include that there. You can also move these around. So let's just say that I was more focused on the impressions above the clicks. We'll put that one there and interactions as well, above clicks as well. We'll just hit save. Here, now you can see that the impressions and interactions have been added in this list view. Currently we're under published, so this is all the posts that we've just published as Neighbourhood, but we can also look at what's in the pipeline. Potentially it's a post that we've just scheduled today to go out for another day. Hit scheduled, and from what we can see, we do have one lined up there and it's scheduled date. Under unsuccessful, this is essentially where all your posts will live, that true to its name, were not successful to post, and you can view all of them here. The next one is drafts as well. So drafts is a good section. Let's just say that you needed to get final word of approval from your marketing manager before you schedule out your posts. You could draft all your posts right here. Let's just say that you're wanting to import a bulk amount of social media posts that you've actually drafted outside of HubSpot. This is where you can actually import in bulk and you can do Excel or CSV files. You do that by clicking the schedule in bulk button, and from here you can drag and drop, or you can just import and choose a file from here. Another really handy feature that we've got here is that you can actually export your posts. So let's just say that you're wanting to get granular about how your social media success has been. You can head over to export posts, and under here you can set it to a contact. So let's just say Trav, who is our head of growth, wanted to see how we're going on the social media front. Then I could just click search, find him there, add him there, and then hit export. Heading back to published, another really handy feature is that you can actually attribute social posts to campaigns. So in this instance here for our HubSpot How To, we'll then post this video as a social post, but we can actually attribute that social post to our HubSpot How To campaign. Now to do that, we head over to campaigns and click under all campaigns, and we'll just scroll down and we'll find HubSpot How To's. Here, we can actually look at all of our HubSpot How To posts and their success of them. And of course, we can rank them in terms of, let's just say, impressions, from the highest to lowest, interactions, and so on. As another basic feature, which I'm sure you guys are probably aware of already, there's also the date range. So we can just select from what point we'd like to see all of our social posts to. So we can look at this quarter versus last quarter as an example by doing date range. This quarter to last quarter. And it just means that we can have all those posts there. And once again, we can head over to export posts and export all the ones that were done so we can compare how we went from this quarter versus last. Finally, for this section, you can also compare social posts. Now this is in beta currently, but this is a great feature if you just want to have a look at potentially how certain copy is done versus others, or even how certain platforms rank against other ones as well. So in this instance, we want to have a look at how a cultural post goes against a blog post. So we know that we've just posted about us going to Inbound 2022, and we'll compare it to a blog post that we've put out as well. If we scroll down, we can have a look at its clicks, interactions, impressions, and comments. Of course, you can always add an additional post here and have all that there to analyze. As you can see in the bottom here as well, we can have a look at our social post performance, or even if we wanted to compare our video social posts as well, all that information will be showed here if we were to compare our video social posts. Back on this social page here, we'll now move across to monitor. Now, under monitor, inbox streams basically means all the engagement that we've had with our social posts across our social channels. So in this instance here, under all activity, true to its name, we can have a look at all of its likes, reactions, and comments, all in this one stream here. Now, let's just say that we want to go into conversations. Conversations is a really good tool in HubSpot because it means that we can home all of the potential comments that we're getting on our social posts all in one area, and we can monitor that through here. So in this instance, it would be our LinkedIn and our Facebook, and I think potentially Instagram as well that we can see here. We've got our Facebook comments here. Now, let's just say we wanted to reply to some of these. We'll just have a look at the comments that we've gotten there. We'll just go and click onto see comments. Here, if we scroll down, we can have a look at the comments that we've gotten from this post. If we want to, thank you. We can reply to them here, make it to an attachment, and also just chuck in some emojis as well for good measure. After that, we can also go into our interactions. Now, our interactions are just the likes and the reactions that we've had on our social posts, similar to all activity, but we can just get a little bit more granular, not so much on the conversations front, but just onto interactions. Moving down, we've got new Twitter followers. In this case, we don't have our Twitter account hooked up, just don't really use the platform anymore, so not necessarily here. Now, as you'll see, there's two things in beta here. There's one being Twitter streams, and there's another one being competitor streams. Twitter streams are searches that HubSpot use to track conversations on Twitter, which then means that you can actually create content based on that. And competitor streams are essentially the highest ranking posts that your competitors are posting at the moment. These just mean that you can have a look at what's working well for them, potentially something that you could do as well. Now moving on, we'll go over to the Analyse tab here. Now the Analyse tab is essentially focusing on all the metrics or pulling reports from the metrics that you're interested in. Really cool because we can essentially use the date range here and find where or what we'd like to measure. So in this case, we wanted to have a look at how we went from performance-wise from this quarter to last quarter. So on date range, this quarter versus last quarter. And then what we'll do is then we'll hit compare date ranges. So whatever is in gray was the previous period, and whatever is in orange is the current period. As we can see here, our audience has been up and the amount of published posts that we've got. We start to move down, we can start to see a little bit more of what we've done across the past quarter in comparison to the last. Let's just say that we wanted to actually focus on one of these metrics and actually add it to our reporting so we can see it more often. We can save this report. So we'll head over to save report. Now, best practice as well is to have clear naming conventions. So social post clicked by network from last quarter versus current. Now, we don't have to add this to an existing dashboard, but let's just say that whenever I load in HubSpot, I'd love to see this on the opening dashboard. I can add to an existing dashboard here, and under search, I can add it to my marketing dashboard, which is the one that I have favorited, which is the first thing that I see the moment I open HubSpot. I will then click Save and Add, and it will be added into that. And there you have it. You now know how to monitor and analyze your social media posts in HubSpot. If you're wanting to make the most out of your HubSpot, Neighbourhood offer a comprehensive step-by-step course covering marketing, sales, service, and CMS Hub in depth, ensuring you and your team are best serving your customers while developing efficient internal processes. We'll include a link for this below. As well, if you're after a PDF version of this for later, or you're passing it on to a mate in need, we'll include a link for this in the description below. If you gain value from this video or are keen to learn more about HubSpot, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. But for now, happy HubSpotting.